Is it really April already? April means a lot, and this year we arrive still recovering from the above average winter season of anime, and with fingers crossed that we maintain the level of quality into the spring season. A whole bunch of new series start their attempts to grab our wallets with both hands and pull us back down into the depths of financial panic. As is now becoming a tradition, I'm taking a look at the new anime airing this season, and I'll let you know what I think of them. It's time for a 2017 Spring Anime Preview, from a different perspective. Our first new episode of the spring season is The Silver Guardian, a series with 13-minute episodes based on a Chinese webcomic. There's not a whole lot that left an impression on me after watching the first episode on Saturday. It felt like it was trying to build up a world, but it ended up building up two separate worlds, using different story elements to try to make it more interesting. We start off in what looks like a girls' dormitory, with some attractively drawn schoolgirls giggling and telling stories before going to bed. A much admired senpai, Riku Ray, tells them to go to bed, before she looks off longingly into a distance, thinking about how some person protects them without anybody knowing. It's a pretty standard setup for an anime, but then it jumps, presumably back in time to before she met the unknown person, with him playing a computer game at a swimming pool. Not just basic handheld either, he's actually brought a desktop PC out to game with. He shows an interest in swimming and just states he can't swim, before diving in to save a cat. I guess he must be an idiot. As I just said, he can't swim. Needless to say, he's rescued. He doesn't meet his saviour, but it's obviously our previously mentioned pink-haired beauty. This is where things get a bit strange. We now see him fighting off hordes of zombies, in a world where he's protecting some temple thing, and using huge crosses launched from the ground to fight and even impale giant titan-sized zombies. There's not really an explanation over why this idiot is suddenly fighting zombies. Could it be a game? But a previously mentioned cat is there with him, so who knows? We have no idea where the Silver Guardian wants to go, and frankly after seeing one episode, I'm not sure I want to take the journey with it. If you want to take a try for yourself, you can find episodes airing on Saturdays on Crunchyroll. Next up we have a delayed anime series that was originally going to air last season, Granbury Fantasy. Given that it's based on a very popular mobile game, I can't see the competition of the other mobile game based anime from last season delaying the series. Since I don't think anyone saw Kimono Friends as a real contender 3 months ago. I know I didn't, but the clues were there. We don't know the real reason of the delay, but here it is at last. Granbury Fantasy is a very popular mobile game in Japan, but as is the case with almost all these popular games, it's a game that hasn't come west. I don't know why we don't get these mobile games in the west, since those type of games are very popular over here too. We just look at Fire Emblem Heroes recently, but who am I to judge? From the outset, Granbury Fantasy sets its stall as an anime very firmly in position. It's a classic RPG adaptation, reminding me of likes of Eden's Bowie and Ark of Lad. It presents a lush world without a huge amount of exposition, but with little snippets left very clearly lying about that people who do know can take notice of they're also being catered for. Our lead guy Gran is as standard as possible. You can tell he's the main character, as he wears armour on his arms, wears much more detailed clothing, and he has a companion dragon lizard thing, voiced by Ria Kigumiya. He's given his hero's calling when he spots a blue light falling from the sky. He goes to investigate and discovers a damsel in distress. More plot lines once again, straight from the standard playbook. I won't be spoiling the entire first few episodes, but if you've seen any shows like those I talked about earlier, you will not be surprised by anything you see here. What keeps Granbury Fantasy above the waterline is high production values and a stellar voice cast. They really have pulled out all the stops for this show, and to an extent it shows. But are they just putting embellishments on a dustbin bag? Only time will tell. There's a lot riding on this series, with a traditional JRPG in the works also for the franchise. And you can see how Granbury Fantasy fares on Crunchyroll on Saturdays. Next we come to Alice and Zoroku, a manga adaptation from JC Staff about a girl with special powers and a gruff old guy. The synopsis of his show already had me interested, as it's not a pairing you would see in most normal shows, with focus normally being on characters of similar age. Such a gap like this normally reserved for slice of life or soothing shows like Bunny Drop or Sweetless and Lightning. From the get-go, the special powers aspect of our lead girl Sana is at the fore. She is escaping from a lab in the pouring rain, is being chased down by an array of suits, grunts and other people with special powers. Thankfully, she's saved from recapture by a mysterious stranger, who I'm sure we'll get to know later on in the series, but for now, remains a mystery. Having been locked away by the evil pharmaceuticals company for a lifetime, it's clear that Sana has no real-world sense. But again, neither do the girls who are chasing her down. It's everything's equal. We also have our other title character, the old gruff guy, Zoroku. Now he's the one rather than the very cute girly Sana who stands out as most being unusual. It's unusual but it is quite normal. He doesn't get dragged along with a mysterious magical roller coaster, but mostly guys do. Instead he looks at our girl straight in the face, scolds her for destroying things and disturbing people's everyday lives. His straightforward personality is appealing in more ways than one. We know something surprising about him from the end, which I won't spoil. But I think I'll learn a lot from Sana, in the same way that she will learn a lot from him. It's a heartwarming story in the making, with a mystery and fantastical elements that normally live in this genre thrown in for good measure. I really hope this one lives up to its first episode, as it was a joy to watch. You can join me in hoping this, each week on Sundays, again at Crunchyroll. Finally today comes Frame Arms Girl, an anime adaptation based on the Kotobukiya model kits of the same name. If you've seen Gundam Build Fighters Try, when you think of a super Fumina Gunpla towards the end of the series, then you're on the right lines already. The anime focuses on Aoganai, an extremely normal first-year high school girl who randomly sees a parcel containing an experimental doll. She accidentally activates the doll, which comes to life, and introduces herself as Gurai, a Frame Arms Girl. What follows is a cross-period character and world introduction, with a tutorial on how to build a Frame Arms Girl should you happen to buy one yourself. Amazingly, this comes across it even more than that one episode of Gundam Build Fighters where they basically spend half an hour spreading the virtues of building Gunpla, and how it's fun to do so. Regardless, both Ao and Gurai are cute, even if the design of the dolls are as such that they wear very high skirts, making panty shots very frequent, but not too distracting given that she's a doll. The show and setup reminds me of a whole lot. Not so much of Gundam Build Fighters, but rather Angelic Leia, with a newbie girl, someone finding a new interest in fighting with moving dolls, except this time there's no scary pervert guy in a lab coat leering over a youngster. You can actually buy and make these girls for yourself. It's a perfect storm when it comes to me in this show. I love Angelic Leia, and I love Gundam, and I love cute girls. It should say something about me that I have my third Super Fumina on the way. I may choose to build it on camera, let me know what you think. But let's get back to the show. Frame Arms Girl is a very light show so far, but shows the potential of growth, even if it's just through the addition of more characters and more fights. The girls having their own personalities is interesting, and a different touch to that of previously mentioned shows, but it's a change which will differentiate rather than alienate. Frame Arms Girl is airing on the Anime Network on Mondays. And that's the first 4 episodes previewed for the spring season. I'll be back in a few days for another few episodes, so keep your eyes peeled for that, and remember to like and subscribe for more of the same. Well, as ever, thank you very much for watching, have a wonderful day. If you like this, check out some of my other videos, you'll see in the bump at the end. But thanks for watching, as I say, bye bye.